Good evening, YouTube. I thought I would make myself an EDC video as of, this is June of 2014. This is kind of a loadout of my everyday carry. In the typical YouTube fashion, I see a lot of people doing EDC videos, so I'm going to make one too. And even though that's pretty silly, the stuff that I carry every day is kind of an accumulation of years of refinement and trial and error of the kind of different strategies and stuff of the stuff that I like to keep in my pockets, which is pretty organized. So hopefully, even though just doing a video like everybody else does is pretty silly, hopefully somebody can get something good out of this and you know, take away something that might be helpful to them. So let me try to get through this really quickly so I don't end up with a 12-minute video. My phone, a Galaxy S4. Here's my on my keychain here. Some interesting things to note on my keychain is beer opener. Gotta have that. This is a little Phillips head screwdriver that I got on Amazon, along with a flathead, but you can use a coin or anything else for a flathead. Carrying around this Phillips screwdriver is fairly useful. Something else of note on this, I don't carry an actual flashlight like a lot of guys that do these EDCs do. I don't really have a need for it. But what I do have is an LRI Photon LED Light, which I've actually had this for years. This is supposed to be one of the higher quality ones that, you know, don't crap out on you and you can replace the battery and everything, and I have it in red. And I've been pretty happy with it. I've had it for at least 3 or 4 years now. I don't even know how long, and I haven't had to change the batteries yet. I carry my keys on my belt, and the way that I do that is with this this Bianchi Accumold belt keeper that after trial and error I ended up going with this, and I got this from Amazon, and I love this thing. It's great. You know, I read that it's really bad for your pants, you know, for your belt loops, to just kind of carabiner stuff to your loops. This is something that this hooks onto my belt. It's got these snaps that I can unhook it at will, but the plastic, the clip is plastic, and it's very comfortable and holds very well and doesn't get in the way. I've had metal clips beforehand that would typically press against my skin and stuff like that. This is the second one that I've had in 2 or 3 years now. The first one lasted about 1.5 years, and then the clip broke, and so I got another one. Pretty cheap, $9 on Amazon. The wallet that I carry is a Chums Surf wallet. I like small front pocket wallets. It's got a window in the front. I turn my ID around. I also carry backup keys to my vehicles inside the wallet. I learned that years ago so that I don't lock my keys in the car and have to use a coat hanger to fish it out. This is for holding business cards. This is a little phone case that I got on Amazon for the purpose of carrying receipts, business receipts and such, and hanging on to important receipts for when I need to return stuff. This is something that I got for carrying my knife. The knife that I carry is a Remington knife that was given to me from a friend of mine. That I love this knife. I use it all the time, and I keep it in this kind of EMT thing that I found on Amazon that you use for, you know, keeping those EMT scissors and stuff. So I keep that along with a pin, and that just slides into my belt on the left side. A couple of pins. The pins I like to carry, and I'm stuck on these now. I've been carrying them for years. Are these Pilot G2s, and the camera's not really focusing, but this is the .38, which is a super fine tip. In Walmart, the finest one that you can find is a .5, so for .38s you have to go to Office Max or order them online. I like these gel pins. These are like perfect pins. They last a long time, and they also don't bind up in the cold, and they never have any problems with not riding, you know, ink not coming out. The only vulnerability gel pins have compared to ballpoint pens is that they can run in the water if your papers get wet, which I work outside sometimes. I've got a pill case along with a couple of medical snuff things that over the last winter I was sick a lot, had ear infections, and, you know, had like a recurring flu that wouldn't go away for a long time, so I started carrying these things around. This is a case that I have cotton in there so that it doesn't rattle around, and I keep it closed with a rubber band, but I've got some acetaminophen and some ibuprofen and maybe some naproxen and some prescription stuff or whatever in there. I hardly ever carry this stuff around though anymore. Ever since I started those chiropractic adjustments, I'm feeling a lot better, so I rarely carry these. But this here is something that I found in Walmart, and then they don't carry it in Walmart anymore. This is a kind of mentholatum snuff thing that you open it up and put it up to your nostril, and take a big whiff of it, closing the other nostril, and it clears your sinuses. This is a similar snuff thing. It's kind of hard to read, but it's a Benzodrex, which is kind of a medicated snuff thing. So if I really have a heavier cold or something, I'll use this one. But most of the times this will do it. Some Burt's Beeswax. Burt's Beeswax is made with actual beeswax and doesn't have all of the various chemicals and stuff that chapsticks and Carmex and stuff have in it that kind of addict you to constantly using chapstick. This case right here is a case I've worn before, and I got another one recently so that I could carry this med stuff and other things without having it be in my pockets. When you are looking for a tactical sort of belt pouch, a lot of the ones by Condor and Maxpedition and stuff like that end up being too big. They expand too big. They have all these extra pouches and stuff and clips and things, and they end up being too high profile. I found a long time ago that this, which you find in Walmart, this is a Case Logic. It's their smallest little camera case that they have, and it's just a thin little thing, but it's quite enough to keep a very low profile pouch on your belt. This gets stretched out after a little while, but this case is only $5. And what I like about this one too, especially in practice, is it's got this little tiny pouch on the front here, which is perfect for chapstick. So when I keep this on my left side, I could just reach down, open that, pull my chapstick out, put it on, and then put it back in. All my belt stuff I carry on the original Wilderness Original Instructor belt. There we go. Which it's not focusing very well, but you can find that online. This is a great tactical belt. I've been very impressed with it. This is my second one, and that's because of size, not because of it wearing out. These are $40 for the basic original Instructor belt, and you can also, for an extra $10, you can have a CSM polymer lining installed, which basically makes it a lot stiffer. So if you're going to carry stuff on your belt, or open carry a firearm on your hip, or basically have anything with weight like a firearm in your pockets, you definitely need a gun belt, and this is a fantastic one. Very happy with this belt. I have no need to ever order another belt. And then I have my Glock 26, which is an excellent 9mm carry piece, which I carry in my front pocket with a Superfly holster. This is a little heavier of a pocket gun. It's just barely on the too big side, but it's still fairly comfortable to me. It's a little heavier than my Kel-Tec PF9, a little thicker. I have upgraded this spring guide right here. I also upgraded the slide release. The better slide release, the upgraded slide release, has a little bit more purchase right there, so it's easier to close the slide. Also put the Punisher thing on the back, and I'm working on doing some laser etching on the front. So in a subsequent video I will show you guys the Glock 26 versus my PF9, which are my two concealed carry pieces, and why I'm really starting to lean more these days towards the Glock 26 versus the PF9, but I'll save that for another video. And then I also carry an extra magazine, which this is an extra magazine for the Glock 26 that actually has an extended grip, which I don't really care about the extended grip. I can shoot just fine with my pinky hanging out in the wind like that, but it does allow me to have 2 extra rounds in there. So, yep, that's about it. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll try to include the links of some of these things, where they are on Amazon and everything, if somebody's interested in this gear.